Defense counsel, any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
We'll reset for tomorrow morning then. Okay, I'll set for tomorrow morning. All right, sir, at the Pima County Jail, what is your full name, please?
It's Joe Edward Clausnik.
All right. Mr. Clausnik, it looks like you are here on a warrant for charges out of justice court involving reckless burning, theft, criminal damage. The alleged incident date was on March 28th of 2025. I'm going to quash that warrant. And you're living in Tucson, or what's your housing situation?
My housing situation, I'm currently homeless. I will be going back to Choice Recovery, a sober living a program, IOP program I completed successfully a couple years ago. I spent 10 months in it and also lived at the sober living for about 4 months before I had to move into my own place. That's how I get support from my parents.
Okay. All right. I'm going to quash the warrant. I'm going to trust that you're going to show up for court this time. You have to appear in justice court on July 28th at 8:30 a.m. Make sure you appear. If you don't, another warrant's going to issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes. Is it possible to do it over the telephone?
I'm not sure how justice court does things. You might have to contact a court before the hearing date to see if they'll do that. I don't know what they do.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, you're gonna step up, go out the door, go down the stairs, sit with mix.
Aho Jail, you're there?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Hold on a second.
Sir,
What is your full name at the jail, please?
or
Melissa Farnsworth.
All right, Ms. Farnsworth, it looks like you are charged with 1 count of a Class 4 felony robbery charge. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I am going to hear first in the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I'll hear from your attorney, Mr. Hotchkiss.
Good evening. We're requesting a $2,500 bond based on Ms. Farnsworth's failure to appear history. She's a 5 out of 6 on the FTA scale. Thank you.
Defense counsel?
One brief moment to speak with Ms. Farnsworth.
Yes.
I would ask for release to pretrial services. Ms. Farnsworth has no priors, and she's currently receiving services through La Frontera. She'll continue to get services when she's released from custody.
Pretrial Services has listed her as a level 3. There's a possible weapon involved in this case. The bond is set at $2,500 secured.
I'm homeless, Your Honor, and I use that to open food.
Okay. Don't go back to the store location. Do not possess any firearms or weapons. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you.
And those guys were mean, and I don't steal from them, and I have an account.
Your preliminary hearing is set
My
2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you at the jail. Thank you. You are excused.
it doesn't say when I'm like when to get out.
You have to post the bond if you want to get out, $2,500.
I don't have money, Your Honor, and I didn't do anything except
I've entered pleas of not guilty, and you can talk to your attorney about what happened. Thank you.
Those are
What is
Evening, Your Honor.
What is your full
Right.
name?
Jeannie Marie Fisher.
You had a warrant for your arrest at a justice court for one count of criminal trespass in the first degree. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. I'll quash the warrant. Ms. Fisher, I'm going to give you a chance to appear in justice court on your own. I'm going to release you. You must appear on August 8th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. If you don't appear, another warrant's going to issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go out the door and sit downstairs with emails. More? Go out the door downstairs with emails. Go sit down.
What is your full name, please?
Miss Elaine Wiggly-Moore.
You had 3 cases in warrant status at a city court, 1 case involving criminal trespass, shoplifting, drug paraphernalia. Your second case was a drug paraphernalia charge. Your third case was a criminal trespass charge. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty. Ms. Moore, you have to show up for court. That's the only way these cases are going to get resolved. If you don't show up for court, more warrants will issue for your arrest. I'm going to release you, give you a chance to appear on your own, August 18th, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. in city court. If you don't appear, like I said, more warrants will issue for your arrest. You are
Okay.
excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jail, are we seeing the no name booking person?
Yes, Your Honor, we do have them, but we actually do have a name on them.
Okay.
Do you want them now or do you want them when his
Whoever's ready, it doesn't matter.
yes, Your Honor. Party.
She did not. No, the deadlines that we have to put defendants on the list are over. So Justice Court has a deadline for 4:45 in the afternoon. He was here at 4:45, so he's got this.
I'm not sure how you're going to be first. I'm sitting on a base. Nobody else to make rounds to it.
What is your full name, please?
John Lewis Hardy Senior.
Sir, Hardy, you're charged with a class 4 felony shoplifting charge, unlawful possession, narcotic drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Hotchkiss?
Yes, Your Honor, we are recommending an $1,100 bond based on Mr. Hardy's failure to appear history. Thank you.
Defense counsel?
Your Honor, I'm going to ask for release to pretrial services. He's a longtime resident here in the community. He has significant ties. He has friends and family who live here. He's promised he will come to court. I'm asking for pretrial services.
Mr. Hardy, your pretrial services did a background check and you're rated a level 3 regarding your release. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. No contact with the victim. Don't go back to that store location. The public defender's office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set July 28th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. and your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Hardy, go out that door. Sit downstairs with emails. Leone?
Yeah.
Sit down right there.
What is your full name, please?
Ron Leone.
Mr. Leone,
Leone.
there was a felony warrant for your arrest that was issued on March 20th of 2025. In the complaint, it states that you are charged with an incident from June 4th of 2022, two counts of aggravated DUI, 3 counts of endangerment involving substantial risk of death, 1 count of criminal damage over $10,000, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia violation. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know that you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is sitting next to you representing you for this evening's hearings. And just for the record, I do note that you have a pending misdemeanor DUI case in Nogales. Mr. Hotchkiss.
Yes, Your Honor, we're requesting the $4,000 bond on the warrant. If Mr. Leone was not facing that new pending misdemeanor DUI, we'd be okay with release given the age of this case and the fact that it's like a 3-year-old refile. But given that he seems to have not learned his lesson, we do believe that that $4,000 bond is warranted. If Your Honor does grant release, we would, of course, insist that he not drive without a valid license, not drink any alcohol. Thank you.
Defense counsel?
Your Honor, I'm asking for release to pretrial services. I want to note a couple of things. This case was dismissed and refiled. He did not receive that refile notification, so he was not aware that he had court. He is unemployed. He was most recently a caregiver for his father. And I also want to note that in the time between this case was dismissed and refiled, he may not have had access to the resources that he may have otherwise had if his case had gone forward, that may have, helped him get the help that he needed to get this issue in consideration. So I'm asking for release to pretrial services, Judge.
Mr. Leone, your bond set at $4,000 plus release to pretrial services. If you're able to post that bond, you must comply with any monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. You are not allowed to drink any alcohol or take any illegal drugs. You cannot drive without a valid license. The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your arraignment date is set for July 24th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. And I'm also going to quash the warrant. You are excused. Your attorney will be out to see you or will be in touch with you soon. Thank you.
Oh, okay. They wrote it down. Yeah. Oh, okay. Mr. Bartley, you go upstairs, sit downstairs, go, you're up this. I'll give you the information. Gotcha.
Sir, what is your full name? Is this jail? Is this the person who was booked in with no name?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. So, sir, at the jail, can you tell me what your first name is, please?
Your Honor, we were able to digit scan him. We got a name of Bartley, last name, first name Jerome.
All right. So, Jerome, how's Jerome spelled? Do you know?
Gerome.
And then last name?
Bartley, Bartley.
Ley. Okay, great. Did you get a date of birth also?
Yes, ma'am. July 29th, 89.
1989. All right. Hold on a second. All right, Jerome Bartley, it looked like the jail had you fingerprinted and your fingerprints came back as Jerome Bartley. Can you confirm that or say anything to the court regarding your name? Mr. Bartley, for the record, is remaining silent. I want to let you know, Mr. Bartley, you do have a constitutional right to remain silent. You are charged with 1 count of resisting arrest. The alleged incident date was from yesterday's date, July 16, 2025. I am going to enter plea of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearings. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Hotchkiss.
Yes, Your Honor. Given that I just learned what his name is, I'm trying to gather information on the fly. It does appear that Mr. Bartley has a fairly substantial criminal history, but almost all misdemeanor in nature. So that, I guess, is kind of something to take into consideration. He does have a very strong failure to appear history from what I'm seeing. The most recent pretrial services report that I'm seeing is from May 15th, 2025. And at the time he was seen on that matter, he was seen on 3 FTA warrants. I quickly skimmed other pretrial services entries for him over the years, and there are similar FTA issues every time he appears before the court, it seems. So for those reasons, Your Honor, we do think an $1,100 bond is appropriate. Thank you.
Defense counsel?
Your Honor, may I have a moment to speak with Mr. Bartley?
Yes.
Your Honor, Mr. Bartley's informed me that he is working on housing here in the community. He has friends and families that tie him to the community. I would ask for a bond of $500. I think that would be sufficient to secure his appearance at court.
Judge, really, tough finance. But
Mr. Bartley, considering that you have a failure to appear history and actually where you were in court in May, your bond is set at $1,100, $1,100. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your next hearing date's a preliminary hearing, July 28th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you. You are excused. What is your full name, please?
Lydia Eunice Reyes.
I'm sorry. Say your first name, please.
Lydia Eunice
What is your middle name?
Eunice
How do you spell it?
EUNICE
And your last name, please?
REYES.
Arduino is part of your last name also?
It's hyphenated ORDUNO.
All right, thank you very much. You are
Thank you.
charged with 1 count of unlawful use of means of transportation and theft of a credit card. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. I need to let you know that you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Hotchkiss?
Yes, Your Honor, we are requesting a $2,500 bond for Ms. Reyes Orduno based on, again, another individual with a fairly substantial failure to appear history. She's being seen on 3 FTA warrants. She's a 6 out of 6 on the FTA scale. Thank you.
Defense counsel?
Your Honor, I'm asking for a bond of $500. She's lived in Tucson for 40 years. She does have employment in the community. She owns her own company. So she would be able to have employment that would secure her stability in the community. I'm asking for $500.
Noting for the record that she allegedly has 3 prior felony convictions. I'm going to set her bond at $2,500. No contact with the alleged victim in this case. Do not go to where that person lives or works. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set July 28th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. and your attorney will be in touch with you soon. You also had a warrant for your arrest out of Marana Municipal Court. It was a warrant for a drug paraphernalia charge. The alleged incident date was August 24th of 2024. I'm going to quash the warrant. I'll release you on that case because I'm holding you on the felony. Your next court date in Marana City Court is August 20th, 2025 at 10 a.m. I'll let Marana know that you're currently in custody on that felony matter. And then you also have a warrant for your arrest on 2 separate cases out of city court. One case was a criminal trespass and a first-degree charge. The other case is a drug paraphernalia charge. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty, quash the warrants. I'm going to release you on this misdemeanor case also because you're being held on a felony. Your next hearing date in city court is August 14th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. And I'll let city court know that you're currently in custody on the felony matter. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you.
Then go out the door over here, sit downstairs with the females. So Seth Smith.
What is your full name, sir?
Jose Martinez Smith.
Mr. Smith, it looks like you were arrested for unlawful possession of a narcotic drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. The state has made a decision at this time to dismiss your case without prejudice. So I am going to dismiss your case without prejudice. That means that there's a possibility the state could refile your case at some later point. If you receive a summons in the mail to appear back in court, it may be because this case was refiled. So I'm going to release you, and for that case only, you will be released. You also had some warrants for your arrest out of city court. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cases in warrant status out of city court for charges involving criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, shoplifting, drug paraphernalia, and unlawful possession of prescription drug. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty, quash the warrants. On your misdemeanor cases out of city court, your bond's going to be set at $1,000. I'll appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. And your next hearing date in city courts, July 25th, 2025 at 1:45 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you and to talk to you about your cases. Thank you. You are excused.
Yuranga.
What is your name, please? Your full name?
Samantha Yuranga. Samantha Yuranga.
What is your middle name, please?
Name.
All right, looks like you have a charge of failure to return rental property. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. It's a class 5 felony. You have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is representing you seated next to you this evening. I will note for the record that you do have a probation hold on you. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Hotchkiss.
Yes, Your Honor, we are recommending a $2,500 bond in light of the probation hold with no failure to appear history. Thank you.
Defense counsel?
Your Honor, in light of the detainer from probation, we're asking for a bond of $1,000 in this case. She does have ties to the community. Her mom and dad live here. She is employed doing housekeeping, and she just moved into an apartment. So she does have stable residency for when she does get out of custody.
Ms. Yuranga, your bond is set at $2,500 secured. No contact with that business. Legal defender's office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set July 28th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. You also had a warrant for your arrest out of South Tucson Municipal Court on 2 separate cases. One was a shoplifting case from June 15th of 2023. The other case was a disorderly conduct and false reporting charge from October 11th of 2023. I'm going to quash the warrants. I'm going to release you because you're being held on the felony matter. Your next court date in South Tucson is going to be August 5th at 10 a.m. And I'll let South Tucson know that you're currently in custody on a felony matter. You also had a warrant for your arrest out of city court on two separate cases. One was a threats and intimidation shoplifting charge. The other case was a disorderly conduct charge and a shoplifting resisting arrest. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. I'll quash the warrants. Because you're being held on a felony, I will release you on the misdemeanor matter. Set your next court date for August 22nd at 9:30 a.m. And I will appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you for your misdemeanor case. You are excused. Thank you. Ajo Jail, if you could put the person in the courtroom or the room, that would be great. What's your full name at the jail, please?
Brooke Michelle Welch.
Ms. Welch, you're charged with an aggravated DUI charge and criminal damage charge. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Hotchkiss.
Yes, Your Honor, we are recommending a $5,500 bond in light of the fact that the allegations in this new case involve Ms. Welch crashing into a home while under the influence. She also appears to have been admin per se suspended as to her driver's license or privilege based on a prior DUI. Thank you.
Defense counsel.
Your Honor, I recognize the serious nature of these allegations. I'll note that she has no felony priors. She does have one prior failure to appear, but that's just one in the last 2 years. She does have employment with Amazon. She lives with her elderly father, and she pays the bulk of the bills. She pays the bulk of the rent. So her elderly father relies on her to be able to get back to her employment as soon as possible. I'm asking for release to pretrial services or a significant reduction in the bond, no more than $500.
Ms. Welch, I see for the record that you have a pending misdemeanor DUI case out of city court where you went into warrant status. That case incident date was from March 25th of 2025. And then this case involves another DUI allegation. I'm going to set your bond at $5,500 plus release the pretrial services if you're able to post that bond. You must comply with any monitoring treatment as directed by pretrial services. You're not allowed to drink any alcohol or take any illegal drugs. You're not allowed to drive without a valid license. No contact with the victim in this case or go to the victim's residence or work location. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set July 28th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you. Are you? Oh, at the Ajo Jail. What is your full name, sir?
Interpreter, like to confirm if this is the Spanish speaking defendant. This is the Spanish interpreter.
Okay. Sir, what's your name at the at the Ajo Jail?
Señor, ¿cuál es su nombre?
Victor Cruz.
Victor Cruz.
Is your middle name, you also have a Valadez as your last name?
Y también tiene Valadez como apellido.
Cruz Valadez.
Victor Valadez.
You are charged with unlawful possession of narcotic drug for sale, importation of a narcotic drug for sale, and unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia.
Y a usted se le acusa de tener una droga narcótica ilegal para la venta, de la importación de una droga narcótica para la venta y de la posesión ilegal de adminículos de droga.
I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty.
Voy a centrar declaración de no culpabilidad, de no culpable.
You do have a constitutional right to remain silent.
Y usted tiene derecho constitucional de permanecer en silencio.
You have also a right to be represented by an attorney.
También tiene derecho a ser representado por un abogado.
There is an attorney in Tucson. She's on the screen. She is representing you by video tonight.
Y hay una abogada en Tucson, está en la pantalla y la está representando por video hoy.
And Mr. Valadez, it looks like you have an immigration hold on you.
Y señor Valadez, parece que usted tiene una retención por inmigración.
I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney.
Primero voy a escuchar lo que tiene que decir la fiscalía sobre la recomendación de fianza y después voy a escuchar lo que tiene que decir su abogada.
Mr. Hotchkiss?
Yes, Your Honor, we are requesting a $5,500 bond based on the ICE hold and the allegations in the interim complaint.
Y sí, su señoría, dice el fiscal, estamos pidiendo una fianza de $5,500 debido a la retención por el Departamento de Inmigración de ICE y debido a las alegaciones, a las imputaciones.
Defense counsel?
Your Honor, in this case, I would ask for a bond not to exceed $2,500. Mr. Valadez has no recent failures to appear, nor any prior failures to appear, and he does have 3 defendants, and I do note that the ICE hold will hold him regardless.
Mr. Valadez?
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Y bueno, la abogada le está solicitando que no se dé una fianza mayor a $2,500. El señor Valadez no ha tenido previamente faltas de comparecencia anteriormente. Y an interpreter would like to request repetition in the last part. He has 3 defendants, and then the last part.
I recognize the ICE hold will hold him in custody regardless.
Okay. Y también hay 3 acusados en su caso y reconozco, dice su abogada, que el hecho de que tiene una retención de ICE, del Departamento de Inmigración, implica que sí tiene que tener una fianza en su caso.
Mr. Valadez, your bond is set at $5,500.
Señor Valadez, la juez le impone esta fianza de $5,500 en su caso.
The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you.
La Defensoría Pública se nombra para que lo represente.
Your preliminary hearing is set July 28, 2025 at 4:00 p.m.
Su audiencia preliminar está para el 28 de julio del 2025 a las 4 de la tarde.
And your attorney will be in touch with you soon.
Su abogada se va a comunicar con usted pronto.
Thank you, sir. You're excused.
Gracias, señor. Y ya se puede retirar.
Jail, before you disconnect, I have a question for you. And interpreter, you're excused. Do you have a Stephanie Gonzalez that might have been booked, or you know anything about a Stephanie Gonzalez maybe being at the court, at the jail by chance?
I can verify real quick, Your Honor.
Your Honor, yes, we do have a Stephanie Gonzalez presently in custody. She was here at the jail. However, her booking time was pushed to 17:01 or 5:01 this afternoon, given the deadline that's given to us here at the court for the PM court list. So she was not booked in prior to 4:45, so she was pushed to the morning court.
All right, so we'll see her in the morning then. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
And good night, Your Honor. Interpreter will now disconnect.
All right, thank you so much. Everyone's excused. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.